My name is Rabbi Howard Wolk. I'm the community chaplain with Jewish Family Service of Dallas, and I work with Faith Presbyterian Hospice. I hope this finds all of you well. Each month, Faith asks me to share some thoughts that I hope you find relevant. This is being recorded just a week before the start of the holiday of Passover. Of course, one of the major celebrations on the Jewish calendar. We're all familiar with, I'm sure, the basic biblical story of the enslavement of the Israelites. This was a physical, psychological, emotional slavery. And after the 10 plagues, by the way, ran during the course of about a year. Each of the plagues was 7 days in duration. And in between the plagues, God gave Pharaoh an opportunity to consider whether to let the people go or not. Uh, Passover, the name, of course, comes from the last night that the Israelites were in Egypt. They were celebrating the first Seder, the first Passover celebration in history. They were celebrating their freedom that would come the next morning. And that was also the night that the Egyptians experienced the 10th plague, the slaying of the firstborn, and God passed over the homes of the Israelites. Passover also refers to the paschal offering that the Israelites ate that last night in Egypt, and the paschal lamb that would be brought for the holiday later on in the temple in Jerusalem. The holiday is also called the time of our freedom. Passover is the physical freedom of the Jewish people, but the ultimate purpose of the Exodus was for the Israelites to arrive at Mount Sinai 50 days later to hear the Ten Commandments, to receive the Torah. And to this day, wherever there's ethics and morality in the world, the foundation is still the Ten Commandments. And so the purpose of the holiday of freedom was to be given a guide for life. And that's the biblical definition of freedom, the one who makes a decision to live his or her life in a certain way. We all know that we have a world of opportunities in front of us. In Western culture, the definition of freedom is do whatever you want. Provided it doesn't hurt anyone else, you can do whatever you want. The Jewish or biblical definition of freedom is different. The biblical definition says, I know that I have in front of me a world of possibilities, but I decide to live my life in a certain way. The rabbis teach us that the one who is truly free is the one who makes ethical and moral decisions. A third name of the holiday, it's the springtime holiday. Passover has to be in the spring, meaning when it's springtime in Israel. Dallas, we share the seasons with Israel, but every few years on the Hebrew calendar, like this year, we have a leap year. We added an entire month to the calendar to ensure that Passover is after the vernal equinox. Passover in the spring, of course, the season of rebirth. The holiday begins on the 15th day of the Hebrew month when there is a full moon. That shows the growth and strength of the Jewish nation. So the holiday really represents different aspects. It represents freedom, choice, rebirth, springtime, and certainly these are ideas and concepts that any individual, any nation can align with. Every person, every group wants to be free. The question is, what's done with that freedom? Do we use it to impact the world in a positive way? Do we use it to enlighten the lives of others? do we make those decisions that benefit others? Those are the tasks that are before us, and hopefully, individually, collectively, we make the right decision. When we do, we enhance the situation for human beings and thereby really improve God's world. Thank you for your attention and shalom.